Mates on the mic, talking footy every week. West Coast Eagles pride, it's the knowledge that we speak. 30 years of passion, bleeding blue and gold. Wingin', it's the game, people love the stories told. Wingin' it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, routing every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer.
We've got a name for it, though. We go through.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on?
And the Eagles wingers, I like it.
Oh, there it is. We're back. We're back. What's going on? What's going on, Ubs?
What's going on, Doggo? Another week, another game.
Another poddy.
Cheers to another poddy.
Yeah, grab a beer.
Grab a beer.
What are we drinking?
Oh, we've got Soul today. Today's beer is Soul.
I don't mind the Soul.
It's not bad.
It's actually a nice Corona equivalent.
Yeah, it's
like a bit lighter. It's a bit.
Yeah, it's a cheaper Corona, but
not as crisp, not as bubbly. It's a bit smoother.
Right?
Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah. But I prefer it.
Yeah.
I prefer it. Yeah.
And I don't think you need a lemon for these as well.
No, you do not.
Quite nice. So look, if you want any expert beer tips,
not us, but
yeah,
nice.
That's right, not us. Yeah, don't come here. But what a week! It's good to be back. One day after the game.
Yeah, fresh in our memories.
Straight, fresh.
Can get straight into it. I mean, like, it was better.
It was great. It was good.
It was better.
Great performance by the boys. Effort.
Yeah, it sort of sucks because we said last week, like, all we want is effort. It's a bit of effort. Show us that little bit more fight and all that sort of stuff. And they did that, but then they got themselves in a position where they were really good, and so it makes the loss sort of worse as well. You're like, well, shit, we actually could have won that.
That's it. It hurts more because we were in a position to win that game, and it really pissed me off by the end of the game. I was angry. I was an angry man.
I was, yeah, I'll agree. I was the same, and that was because, yeah,
it was there for the win.
It was there. It was
4 points, begging.
It was a great start. It would have been great to get that first one on the board, and especially against the reigning premiers on their home deck. It's the longest trip in AFL.
Yeah.
And, showing a little bit of fight. And, it was just seemed to be clicking. And then you can just see though the engine wasn't there, and they definitely stepped it up a little bit. Yeah. Which was always going to happen.
Pretty rusty in the first.
Oh,
half.
they were off. But
that was down. Put it down to our pressure. Yeah,
100%.
Everyone says, "Oh, Brisbane were playing shit house and they turned it up," but I'm like, "Yeah, you got to give some credit to us."
But normally a team is playing shit because the other team is doing better.
That's how I look at it as well.
And that's what it was. And look, it was like what you can't really fault. You can't really,
Can't what now?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Like,
I'll forgive you.
It just would have been nice to have gotten the win.
Oh shit!
Because I think you got closest on the. We'll get the tipping.
Tipping, yeah. We'll check it out later.
Yeah, we'll check it later. But I said 9 points. But I think
you went, actually?
Yeah, but I think you went about 30. I think you said an even 5.
Yeah, I did. Maybe 30. Yeah, 5 goals.
Yeah, and the margin was sitting around that, and then it just went to what was it in the end?
19 points.
Yeah, 19.
Bloody
so
good, eh? And it was only a couple of points difference at three-quarter time, wasn't it? And then, I mean, we could talk about a bit of the game. Like the third quarter, there was missed opportunities like galore.
A few other things go our way, then they maybe don't get their tails up and come after us as hard because we
kick 3 goals ahead instead of
because they kicked the goals, but then we're also kicking goals. I mean, like there was the Oscar Allen one. There was. Oh, was it Oscar Allen? Sorry, Oscar Allen was shepherding on the line after the Liam Ryan kick, and it was going in, and it just took a right angle bounce into the post.
Oh, that's right. What was the one where they fluffed it like 3 handballs in the goal square as well?
One handball too many, and that was the tackle, and he's kicked it as he's hit it. There was one that hit the post from Hewitt fairly straight out in front. There was another one which hit the post. It was like everything.
Hewitt missing again from 20 metres out. Fucking hell.
And like just everything seemed to go against us, and just one goes the other way, and it could have
stops their sort of little momentum to get back, doesn't it? Like,
well, it doesn't make them think, oh shit, let's just keep going. We'll get a win. If we just keep getting goal, because we were in front at half time, we just keep going goal for goal. Maybe they don't surge in the last quarter. It was good. Like it was good to see heart. But damn, it would have been nice to win because
heart, effort, that's just a big difference from last week, and that's all we wanted to see. You know,
Yeah.
I think Eagles supporters in general are just happy with that performance. I reckon.
Yeah,
Because no one expected to win for sure.
Yeah,
So, but it hurts a little bit just because we were fucking in that great
we
position.
put ourselves in that position.
Yeah.
If we were just behind the whole game, but we kept up with them the whole game, you'd be like, yeah. I'd be more happier than it. I'd be more happier than that. If we were like 19 points behind, but we just stayed steadily 19 points behind the whole game, it would have been like, oh shit, we did well.
More pissed off that we
But
lost
it's the
that
fact
lead.
that we had such a good start, we had such a good lead, and then we lost it. It was like, oh, now it just sucks a bit. It was still great. Don't get me wrong.
It was
still great.
It was. Well, some shining lights. We'll go through the players now, guys. As we do every week, Tim Kelly pulled his finger out.
We said he had to.
He did.
He did.
And he did really well.
Yeah.
Even though, to be honest, just from memories, me watching the game, I felt like he scrubbed it quite a bit and did a couple of bad turnovers. So, to be honest, he probably could have gotten way better. Like, well, I was looking at Super Coach scores and stuff like that.
Still, he did well. Baker was great in, and we even called that last week. We said Kelly's got to be better, and let's put Baker in the guts. And they put Baker in the guts, and
fucking he set
that
the world alight.
First
like,
5
it
minutes,
was just great.
Yeah, and that's what he's there for. And I'm glad they put him in the middle. And you could see it. Oh, he went off at the first change. He got the ice packs on him, and he was wrecked.
I'm surprised he wasn't spewing up on the side like Cuz used to do.
A lot of people like. Actually, we can talk about dumbass comments later, but anyway, because that just reminded me of one anyway. But Liam Baker did well. One I was impressed with was the late in, Clay Hall.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him at all. I mean, we were just talking about him the other day as well.
We've been talking about him.
I said, who the fuck's Clay Hall? I said, where does he play? I didn't even know much about him.
Came in on the wing where we said.
Yep.
And I was like,
big body.
15 disposals, 14 contested, 80% efficiency. Like, fucking give him more games.
Look at this guy racking off the stats like they're just on top of his head.
They're on top of my head because I looked at him before I got here.
Oh, that's good on you. 3 tackles as well. And he kicked a goal as well.
Yeah, kicked his first goal.
Fantastic.
Nice
You can't even see him
pack.
Getting dropped. He'd have to keep his spot.
Like, I forget who the late out was.
It was the Richmond bloke that came in, Graham. Late out, Graham.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I just completely forgot about him, yeah. Yeah, so Graham was the laid out. Hall comes in.
He apparently came over late, like on a separate flight by himself. That's what I heard, so
he was ready to play the waffle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He was ready to play waffle, and they said, actually, you want to go play in Brisbane instead?
Which is unique, right? Because we bring over a couple of emergencies. I'm pretty sure.
Well, one of the troubling emergencies was because the emergencies were Flynn, Bo Allen, but then they ruled Bo Allen out.
He's been held crook, eh?
And then there wasn't. I forget who the other one was. It was. Oh, was it? It was another new guy.
Okay.
I've forgotten the name. It starts with H. But yeah. But I think
they wanted
because
to do like for like.
I think because of who went out.
Yeah. Okay.
So they pulled Hall out of the waffle, flew him over in a plane, and fuck me, he was good, and he should not be getting dropped anytime soon.
Yeah, good signs, real good signs.
Like, yeah, he was one of a high draft picks, so it's good to see him in there.
I can't even remember when he came in. I reckon it was before the Reed draft, but I'm not sure.
Draft before.
Oh, it was.
I'm pretty sure it was draft before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, it was good. It was actually, was it the same draft as Reed?
I'll
have to check that out.
Yeah.
It might be actually.
Because I remember it was supposed to be we were trying to get Reed and that guy that went to Adelaide. And we were very close to getting both. Curtin.
Yeah. But then we couldn't get Curtin, so I thought
maybe we get Clay Hall then, I can't remember.
But anyway, he needs to be playing more because he was definitely good.
Tyrell Dewar. What a shining light.
Started well, played on the wing.
Yeah.
Because Hutchinson went out of the team. Actually, that was the laid out as well. Hutchinson.
Yes.
He was the laid out. And like...
Nah, he pulled his hammy. We already knew that.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, we talked about it last week. Yeah, we said he could be out. Yeah. So he was out, and like him and Dewar are like competing for those wing sort of roles, and yeah, he did really well. So I think he might be there as well for a little bit.
Props for Dewar. Like that's
a couple of goals, 3 goals.
So good to see him kick ass. 2 goals.
2 goals.
Just
2 goals.
Plenty of possessions
in the first quarter.
Yeah, man, kicked ass, and I think was he kicking out the back line as well sometimes?
He took some of our kickouts, yeah.
Good skills, man.
Yeah, good engine, yeah.
Liam Ryan shows the veteran skills, poise, everything. Just
I saw some people saying, I was like, oh, why have we got Ryan back? And it's like, that is why, because he there was some plays, he was running down the wing, and you'd see a newer player like, oh, I'm just going to bomb to the top of the square, but he does a little right angle kick to the guy at the top.
Perfect.
I forget who it was too. It was maybe Long or something, but it's like, that's why he's in the team. He's got those skills and the like you said, the veteran.
Yep. The poise, mate. The poise. I like that word.
Oh, poise. Let's go with poise. Yeah, but no, I was great return and his kicking was really nice.
Spot on, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. Also popping up with 3 goals, so it was great to see Liam back in business. We need him firing, otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, he's if he's fit, he's in the team.
Yep.
People say, "Oh, he's a bit like nah, fuck that, he's in the team." Get stuff. Do
And
you
Ryan
disagree with it?
Marrick,
Yeah,
18 kicks, 8 handballs, did a great job.
Well, he's been moved to that back line. Like that's where he's gone, and he's
got good skill. Foot skills are fucking great as well. Like, he's such a good kick.
guy he picked up in the mid-season draft.
Jeez.
You know, sometimes it's strange that these guys come in. It's like, geez, how is this guy overlooked? Because you see some people picked in not just our teams but other teams as well. They turn out to be duds and not get many games. It's like, geez, how this someone like this get overlooked? I mean, maybe in another team like a Geelong or a high-profile team, he might not get a game, but he's fucking good. I like the move to the back line.
Yeah, and so am I actually. He's fitting in very nicely.
Yeah,
Brady Hoff just racking them up, killing it.
Did a couple of he did
strange
one,
things.
It was in that last quarter where we were sort of okay, and he did a little dinky kick, and it was just one of those ones where it's just a 25-meter kick, could have hit the target. And I was like,
didn't pay off.
Just missed, and then they ran it down and scored a goal. And I was like,
Yeah,
that was
that's
his
right.
own.
That's right.
Because he had no Charlie Cameron to play on, so it was
Hit a
like
big turnover and they scored a goal. I was actually very surprised and pissed off at that.
Yeah,
but
'cause
I
it was
love my
Hoffy.
Hoff, man.
I mean, like he had no Charlie Cameron to play on, so he was like, "What the fuck do I do today?" Because
he
he
was
normally shot like even the
Playing on
commentators.
Bailey or some shit, wasn't he?
Yeah, Zach Bailey, one of
Yeah.
those younger. But even the
And
commentators
he was
saying,
quiet because he's a good player as well. He kept him quiet. man.
Yeah. Oh, he does. And the commentator says, well, he normally plays on Cameron and keeps him quiet when he plays him.
I'm pretty sure he kept Bailey quiet. I don't know his stats, but
Yeah, maybe one or two.
Zach Bailey, 1 goal. Yeah.
Yeah, not much. Yeah, did his job.
Yeah, man. Always, I look at Owi's stats: 4 kicks,
A lot of tackles.
9 handballs, and 8 tackles. Now,
So he's got that forward pressure.
I didn't really notice him much at all in that game.
Well, he doesn't.
I was thinking to myself, where the fuck is Owi's? I could hardly see him, but
He sort of just plays that half pocket and up on the wing roll.
Yeah.
Just keeps moving like that on the one side, sort of like where the other winger's moving like that. He's doing that. So,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
I
'cause,
did notice his tackles. Though he likes tackling. He sort of reminds me of like a Daniel Chick.
Oh, okay.
Like, Chicky just loved to tackle people. He's like, I'm just going to tackle this guy. And, Pritis loved to tackle people.
Yeah.
He just seems like he wants to tackle people.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
and he's a forward player, so we need that forward pressure to lock the ball in. So,
Yep.
8 tackles. Yeah, I didn't think he kicked a goal. Did he? Kicked
No.
it behind or something, maybe?
No,
I didn't rest anything. Okay, so needs to do a bit more in that department. But look, pressure's
Jeez,
good.
and the lowest meters gained as well by Owi's. I don't know how you can judge that anyway, but he got the lowest meters
Yeah,
gained.
well, if you just get a ball and chip it sideways, that's not meters gained. Meters gained is kicking
Yeah.
that way. So, yeah,
Surprising,
that's why it's low. So, he probably did sideways movements.
All right, let's take a second here to talk about the Cap Duggan.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you go.
Well, look, I love his tenacity, his hardness, and he's a reason he's a captain because, backstage. But, man, he's got to improve on his possessions, though, right? His skill is pretty shit.
He was better this week.
He was better than last week, yes.
Yeah.
But
What was his efficiency? Give me that little target there, Dogo.
okay, let's have a look, guys. Liam Duggan's efficiency was 83%.
I mean,
That's pretty good.
That's
That's actually pretty good.
look, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And for a backman as well, sometimes they've got to do those dumb kicks. I thought he was good.
Oh, wait, I'll take that back. That was time on ground, so 68%.
Yeah,
target.
yeah,
Still okay.
That's not that great. You want him to be. You'd want him to be in the 70s.
Yeah, I know.
You need to be in the 70s.
A lot of turnovers and just rushed kicks, and I don't know. I feel for a guy like Duggan and been around for a long time, captain. I don't know. You feel like he should be leading the way, setting an example a little bit more. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he get away with just games because he's a captain? A
Oh,
lot of people
no,
calling
no.
for his head. A lot of people.
I have seen that.
A lot of people.
I'm like,
And I'm not one of them, but I'm just saying he needs to start picking it up a bit.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely not our worst, but he's not bad. Yeah. Okay, so that's El Capitan.
El Capitan. McGov,
Capitan.
solid.
He didn't take a lot of intercept marks.
No,
this
he
game.
wasn't.
I saw him take. I was even watching. I was like, he took one in the last quarter. I was like,
Yeah, that's like the only one.
fuck, I think that's his first one.
Yeah.
Eh? I mean,
I
like,
think I noticed that as well.
they just were keeping it away from him. But yeah, I mean, like again, he wasn't bad, but he didn't have to do much.
Surely a bit of a game plan as well by Brizzy to keep the ball not bombing in for Gov.
I mean, that's I think a lot of teams' game plans when it comes to
Oh,
Eagles.
yeah.
Like, you know, Gov's going to be there somewhere, so just don't kick it to him because he's good.
The boy, Jinby,
Oh, dude, God, that guy's he's
he can do everything, eh? He can
he's-
ruck.
he's a unit,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Like
crazy.
he's a massive unit. I remember they were talking about something with tackling. It was a big. It was one of the big body players for Brisbane, and they were even saying as well. They go, "Geez, well, if he came up against anyone else there, he probably gets away." But it was Jimmy tackling him, so no, you don't. You're like, dude. He's got
Good, eh?
he's got
He does everything. He's like a man of all trades.
yeah.
You can put him anywhere.
He's done some work in the gym in the off season because
Yeah.
somehow got bigger. But yeah, look, I'm impressed with him.
He's still fucking only like 21 or something. So
he's still
potential
young.
to get bigger
Yeah,
as well.
so I'm happy for him. Yeah, I'm so glad McWalters put him in
Defense, yeah.
that defense in that defensive role because that's where he's suited. Like he
Yeah.
needs to be there.
He's doing wicked as well.
Keep him there.
Good run off the back line.
Yep.
And pinch it in the ruck, which was funny because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Obviously, we lost
And we'll talk about the rucks in a minute.
really. Okay, yeah. All right. The main man, once again, every week is probably going to be the main man. Stories are everywhere on social media. Mr. Harley Reid, the
Yeah.
young 19-year-old from Tawonga or whatever the fuck it is. Tongola.
Whatever the equivalent of whoop is for Victoria, that's where he's from.
So,
But
better game.
yeah,
Flip some
15.
birds off.
Oh.
You know, what's your thoughts on the flip and the bird?
Dude, I am glad you brought that up.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
So it pisses me off a little bit because people have got to forget this guy's
Which pisses you off? Him flipping the bird or not?
no, the outrage from it.
Okay.
Like he's a 19-year-old. Let's just not forget he's still a teenager. Yes, there's the hype behind him and everything else, but he's still a kid. Like he's still a kid. He's 19 years old, so he's still learning. He's going to be copying it. So one thing he's got to do is learn the attention because Dunkley was running with him for a lot of the game. Like Dunkley plays that sort of run with roll, not a tag, but a run with roll, and Dunkley's good at it. And so he had to deal with that. And you watch off the ball. There's players, they're getting into him and all sorts of stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But Reed's got to learn how to deal with it. Maybe he needs a bit more protection from his teammates, whatever. But he's got to learn to. This is his life for the next 10 years. He's gonna have people into him all the time because he is good. So he's got to learn to deal with that. And like, I understand. Like people say, oh, he's looking for free kicks and stuff. Like we talked about it last week. You know how players in a marking contest, a little hand goes around, all of a sudden it's free kick for holding. But you watch players like Reed or any other tagger in the game, they're grabbing people left, right, and center. And they don't get
Midfield's
any.
a different role. Yeah,
Midfield's
different rules.
They don't get any access to the ball, but because it's a tag, it's like, oh no, that's okay. And I hate that shit. Like I comment all the time on the fan footy things, and I'm like, oh my god, I fucking hate taggers because they just ruin the game in my mind. They just, you can shut down a good player and all that stuff, but I don't know. The AFL is all about let's make it free flowing and everything. You got taggers grabbing hold of some of the best players in the game. So, whatever. That's what it is. What it is.
Yeah, the worst thing about it, what you hate, I think, is when they're literally facing the player.
Yeah.
He's bouncing the ball behind.
Yep.
And he's like this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. And you're like, what's the
he's
fuck's
not
up?
even looking at the fucking ball and where the ball's going. Like, that's not footy, is it?
Like in a marking contest.
That's so
the second you
fucked.
take your eye off the ball and just spoil the play,
Yeah,
you
right.
have your eye on the ball. You stop
You're
that
repeating
player
his
going
run,
for the mark.
though. Isn't that a free kick? They should be. They really got to look closer at the AFL because it's fucking annoying. It is.
Yeah.
Eh? Stand side by side. Best man wins.
Yeah.
You can tag and run with them as close as possible.
Oh yeah, bump them and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. But when they're just sitting there, not even
You
facing the ball, and
can't
they're
be
grabbing
holding your
stuff,
arm around
get
them and
fucked.
shit.
Yeah, I hate
So
that shit.
annoying.
But look, anyway, that's what happens to Reed. And that's why he's getting a bit pissed off. He's like, fuck
Yeah.
me. I want to play
He's not
football.
used to
I
that,
want to
yeah.
do what I want to do, but I've got people in my face.
No.
With the whole flipping the bird thing, like, if you saw it, like, and it was a late bump from their ruckman.
Yeah.
Like, he took the kick, and it was a downfield free kick. It was paid and everything, which is all great and everything. But, you got taken out, for the 15th time in the fucking game. And he's just fucking sick of it. And this one, he actually didn't even play up for it. He didn't even, like, he was
even like a bit
he was
sore
like,
after it as well.
Yeah, it's a big hit. I mean, it's the ruckman hitting him, and he's like, oh, fuck, here we go again. That dickhead comes down from the crowd. No offense, any Brisbane people that fucking download this, but some fucking fat fucking 40-year-old fucking guy that's probably never even played a game of footy in his life come down offering a guy that, no offense, is going to be on $2 million a year pretty soon, a packet of tissues. Seriously, get stuffed. And then, of course, he's, pretty pissed off with him. He flips him the bird. what pissed me off today is I saw come out of the AFL, they want to please explain
From Reedy.
from the West Coast Eagles about him flipping off the bird. Now, the reason for the please explain is what was the interaction did, what was said, what was done, what led to him flipping off the bird. That pissed me right off because I'm like, I remember a few years ago when a certain Adam Goods kicked the fucking goal and pretended to throw a spear in the crowd. There was no please explain from that fucking thing. So a guy just flipping off the bird to some guy that's giving him shit is not allowed. But Adam Goods goes and does that, and it's like, please play on. So I was pissed off today. And when you said let's do the stream tonight, I was so happy because I'm like, good, that's fresh in my mind.
Beautiful.
That I can rip into it because it is a fucking joke. It's a guy flipping off the bird from the crowd copping crap. Also, same player that I just mentioned, Adam Goods got a fucking girl kicked out of a thing from a fucking racial slur.
God,
now, racial slur is shit. It's all fine and everything. Shouldn't have said it. But to have a sad and get a girl kicked out of a stadium, if we're going to fucking have a go at every fucking person in the crowd doing that stuff, there'd be no crowd. So, seriously, the please explain is that guy was in my face and being a dickhead and I flipped the bird at him. That's the please explain.
Yep.
Record this, Eagles, and send that off to the
talking him to
AFL.
shit to me, so I flip the bird.
Yeah.
I guess I look at it as like, I'll also think how many games are played every season. I'm sure there's been many other players who have done that
And
to
worse.
a crowd. And worse, or told them to fuck off or anything like that, but the camera's not on them and it's not a high-profile player.
Yeah.
That's why he's been spotted, and now it's just attention on him.
And when you see
Probably happened heaps.
you see how many times you see it as well when like say you've got behind each goal you've got each team supporters behind each goal or the cheer squad or whatever.
Yeah.
And now let's just say for instance I'm just pick a team here, Hawthorn and Collingwood are playing. And Hawthorn are kicking towards the Collingwood team's end.
That's
If they get a wicked goal, run in and kick a goal, they're going right up to that crowd's face. Let's go. What the fuck's up? They're fucking going
and that
off.
crowd are doing this straight to them.
Yeah,
fingers
the
up.
crowd's
right
doing
at
that straight
them.
to them. Fucking, oh my God.
It's soft as butter.
You know what?
But
I'm happy with what Walter said. He was like, it's, what's wrong with that? It's a game.
Yeah.
Fucking, if
That's the world we live in, though.
If that guy did it to Reed and then Reed went up to the fence and he was like, I'm going to fucking kill you, motherfucker. Different story.
Right.
But it's not, if it's get fucked, mate.
Yeah.
Get fucked. I'm on 2 mil a year. So what are you doing in your...
Dude, what are you carrying your box of tissues for, just in case you fucking shit yourself? Like,
Why does he have
That's
tissues?
funny.
I mean, no
Yeah,
offense.
like-
You want to talk about tough... I don't know many men that walk around with packs of tissues in their fucking pocket.
He's probably an old geriatric and has to fucking wipe his ass somehow. Man.
Yeah. So anyway, look, that's my read. That's my spill on the read.
And I can somewhat understand the other view as well. Like, you're professional football, I shouldn't be throwing the thing. I can kind of understand it, but you got to remember he is 19, like you said, 19 years of age.
19 years old. Fucking get
hell.
over it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the read. That's the read we want to talk about.
Well done.
We'll continue on.
It was good to see him play a bit better. It looked like he was more.
He just has
into
to.
it.
He just has to like.
Billion free kicks against, but
Oh yeah, because there's 7 free kicks against, and some of them, like a lot of those free kicks are fucking.
yeah,
I
there's a
don't
lot
know.
of that.
I don't
anyway.
understand the free kicks anyway, but I just want to see him inject himself more, like hunt the ball hard. Like at the moment, he's still waiting for it to come to him a little bit, but if he hunts it more, that's all I want to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Continue on.
Cripper,
Yeah.
8 kicks, 4 handballs, kicked 1 goal. I mean,
Kicked a real nice goal in that first quarter
He
from that
did.
angle. It was
He
fucking
did.
beautiful.
and it was nice. Cripps is.
Look, Cripps is just
Cripps is Cripps.
He's Mr. He's almost like a Mr. Reliable. He's like a Hoff. He's our Hoff in the forward line. He's like, this is your job. Do that job.
100%
He'll do
tenacity at trying to track them down and tackle them. And
Yeah, and he'll do his job. So he's not going to be the Crip of old where he's going to.
no.
He's a bit older now, but he still does his job. So
his spot's still safe, right? 'Cause remember I brought up in the first potty that I said, does he keep staying in the 22? Like, because he's got some good competition up there now.
You've got all those other ones. I think he does.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's
Still think he
pushing him out
does.
at the moment.
Elijah Hewitt played well, got a few more touches this game, missed an absolute sitter. Needs to, I don't know, he just needs to give time. Give him time.
Look, you've just got to keep him in the game. And it's interesting because he was going to be subbed out.
Oh, okay.
Like he was, like they'd even talked about it in the game.
Yeah,
They're
said something
saying
about that.
Hewitt was going to be subbed. And then because Williams was just cramping up like a bitch, they switched it and subbed Williams instead. So Hewitt was going to get subbed. So
That makes sense as well, bringing on petrol for Hewitt.
yeah. And so then we had to bring on petrol for Williams. But yeah, Williams was, that's why. So Hewitt played out the whole game. Yeah, I'd like to just keep him in there and just get more game time into him. He'll get better. He's a, yeah.
Which it just reminds me of someone else, like Campbell Chesser. Where's he at? Because we used to say the same thing with Campbell Chesser. More games, but he's now been fucking left right out. Is he even injured?
I think he had an injury. I don't know if he's over it yet.
Yeah, I was just thinking because he kind of reminds me of the way now we're thinking of with Chess, but
I rate Hewitt more than Chester.
Oh, so
though.
do I.
So,
Big time.
Yeah, he's probably like a.
Got to give him more game time. Hope he comes along.
He's probably like, if there's if our injury list starts to get long, then he gets looked at. But he's probably not in it at the moment.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Jaden Hunt played okay.
Does his role.
Yep.
Does his role. No bad words, no good words. Yep.
Spoke of Clay Hall, did well.
Very impressed with Clay Hall.
Tommy Cole did his thing. Yeah, I thought he stood out a little bit.
I thought he was actually quite good.
Yeah.
I thought he was one of our better defenders
Great
on the
little
day.
plays, yeah.
Doesn't get a lot of possessions, but yeah, he was doing the hard yards. Good on him.
Tyler Brockman with a couple of goals, not many possessions, but, as a small forward, their job is to kick goals. He kicked 2.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Yeah.
Probably.
It is, probably.
Yeah.
When you kick 2 goals, I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to repay the faith a little bit to the Eagles just because of that off-field fucking drunk driving thing, whatever it was a year and a half ago. But yeah, so I don't think he's in any danger. But just keep a bit more whatever. He's got a good run, so we need him to use that run. But yeah, he again didn't stand out, but not doing anything really bad.
Oscar Allen, very quiet day. I was hoping he'd impose himself a bit more towards the end, but just never did.
I was just tough with Waterman now. He's attracting Andrews, and Andrews is a good defender.
Fuck, he's good, yeah.
And they kept him out. And I think that was Allen's role for a lot, was to keep Andrews out for it, and he did for a lot of it. Like that first half, Andrews was decided, but then, they just got tired and he got back into the game. He's the one that won it for him, was Andrews. But yeah, look, I mean, Allen again, no full season last season, just needed more reps, more repeats. Hopefully Waterman's back maybe this week, but probably week after, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, I hope so. For Darby, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Bailey Williams, this is the controversial one.
Here we go.
Because I've talked a bit of shit online.
We were chatting about it on the weekend too, when the game was on.
It all, from what I've gathered from talking to people online and putting my little spiel of how shit I hate Bailey Williams and I think he's no good. And maybe, you know what, credit to these guys who got back to me and said, he's ruck work and was awesome. And I'll be honest, I probably didn't pay attention as much as I could have to that stuff. I got little kids running around while the game was on, so I wasn't 100% focused on it. So maybe he did well in that part. 23 headouts is pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess I looked at the 4 disposals. I thought maybe I feel like a ruckman needs to do a bit more around the ground. That's why I was like, well, fuck, you can't even run out of game and you only got 4 touches. So am I looking at it wrong here, or is that really good, just getting those hit outs?
So my thing with it is he got more hit outs, great. That helped us a little bit more out of the middle, probably. But this ruckman is not Jared Witts. Like Oscar McInerney's down the pecking order in terms of great ruckman. So I look at it this way of is having him in, did that massively change how it was compared to if we still had Flynn in? And my answer is no.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think him coming in the game made all the difference for us. The difference we had in our team and why we were so close was the effort was up by a whole team as a collective. And so, and you brought it up, 4 possessions. You've got to be that link-up player, take those easy marks.
Which I think Flynn is better at him than that.
And I
he
think
can get those marks up forward now and then and, be a link-up in the middle.
Be a link-up, on the kick-out, get yourself a little bit of separation. If you can get us a bit of separation from the other ruckman, just take that mark, handball it off. Now, Flynn's obviously big injury last season, barely played, but
you can't judge him off that one game.
You can't judge him off one game, first game of the season, against a very good tap ruckman.
Yeah.
You just can't. And we've been without a proper ruckman for the best part of forever since Nick Nat went down injured. And my view is if you're not gonna play Flynn, then just don't fucking play him and just get him off our fucking list and get someone else because
Oh, Flynn.
otherwise what's the point? We did all that work to get him here.
Well, maybe.
Don't bother fucking playing him.
Well, there must be a reason why he got dropped. Then he obviously completely fucked up because I'm surprised
It was just
he got
on the
dropped.
list. It was omitted,
Right.
which means
Exactly.
you're not
So
injured. You just
Coach
got
must
dropped.
have not liked what he was putting out.
And look, he was beaten a lot in the
Yeah.
hadouts, and like they.
You thought after one game he'd be like, "Fuck it," he's versing bloody top quality ruckman. Why would you drop him after one game though? That was surprising.
Yeah, I was a little blown away by that. The thing is though, Williams comes in, and Williams is probably a little bit more athletic than Flynn. Like he's got a bigger leap than him.
Yeah, and probably to be on a little bit maybe quicker as well.
Oh, probably yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I just Williams like against that ruck, Williams did good and he will. But up against any of the other top rucks, Jerry, Gorn, fucking Ron,
pantsed.
Marshall, Williams is going to get pants. And like you look at the players like Marshall, Jerry, Gorn, those guys get 20 possessions a game, 5 tackles, maybe a goal, 4 possessions, and I don't know how many tackles did he lay. Give me tackles on Williams.
BJ Williams, 1 tackle.
1 fucking tackle. Jerry, the North Melbourne ruckman's laying about 7 or 8 a game. So that just says to me he's just there just. Yeah,
I guess
I don't know.
our frustration comes in more because he's been around for at least 4,
Yeah, 4 or 3
possibly
and a half,
more.
About 4. We'll call it 4.
Yeah, and he hasn't, I don't think, really improved that much, guys. So
I mean,
the
his
love
the
for
thing
him
though,
is crazy.
We know he's not a ruckman. He is
Yeah,
a
I
forward.
know.
He's a forward pinch hit ruckman. We know that. But we're using him as a first rate ruckman, which he is not. So if we just continually persist with him in that role, then we're always going to be on the back foot in the ruck and in the middle. Like give Flynn some games. Like just give him a chance.
Give him a season.
Give him a season.
You have to.
No one's expecting big things from us this season. We're not going to.
This is what I mean. He must have royally fucked up and
So-
pissed the coach off.
So give him a chance, or just fucking see you later.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to take you, and go to the fucking draft and get a proper fucking ruckman. You know, use some trades and get one because that's what's costing us every fucking year.
Yep.
So yeah, like don't get me wrong, like Williams' tap work was great, but I don't think he's a solution.
I don't know about great. Like he was tapping it,
was-
but was it to advantage? I haven't looked at those
I
stats.
haven't looked at those ones, but
I mean,
I don't.
you know, if you go by Supercoach scores, don't they?
I just don't think having him was any improvement. Like I just don't think it was. Anyway,
Archer Reed, the young kid, the backup ruckman. It's unlucky he got cramped up.
he cramped. He really struggled though. A lot of
Yeah.
his possessions weren't great.
Yeah.
Bit fumbly. Maybe it was the heat. He's still young. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so that's fine.
I'd love once he gets over whatever he's done.
it was just
I'd love to see
cramp.
him back.
It
I
was-
want to get games.
It was just cramp. You could see when he went off though. When he was after he did he have a free kick or he had or it was something, I'm not sure, but he was getting helped off, and you could see his
Yeah,
calf was just locked, dude. And that is just
that feeling of oh my god.
That feeling when you can't release it is the worst feeling, and then it's painful because it just keeps gripping, and it's that's painful. So feel sorry for the guy, but look, he's young. He's still learning. He'll and I mean, look, it's against Brisbane. It's against a good team, so and he gets a couple of free rides.
It's a pass, yeah.
It's a yeah.
My man Harry Edwards. Who was he playing on?
Well, he played on Eric Hipwood, who didn't do much.
Hippie's actually Hippie got 2 goals in the end, which
but
he was 1
were-
goal for ages. I think he scored 1 near the end of the game.
Yeah, but like I think Edwards did a good job on him
Yeah, I think he was really good.
because
yeah.
in the first week, Edwards was soundly beaten.
Well,
Yeah,
the guy
that-
he was on,
he was on
had
that
6
Ethan-
goals against him, but
Yeah, he was
we said there was probably not much he could have actually done.
There wasn't much he could have done because
in
there
a
was
lot
no
of those
pressure up the
situations,
field,
yeah.
etc. But he had the help this year, and that's what a backman needs. It's not just unless you're a pure god backman like your Dustin Fletchers and all that of old.
Yeah.
You need the help up the field in the way the game's played nowadays, and he had that this week, and he played better. I think he did well, and he's still he's still a work in progress. So
I've got a feeling
he's
he
not going to
was-
get big possessions.
No, that's
he's,
right.
He's going to get
He's a
maybe
fullback, man.
He's
Just
going to get 8-10 possessions. He's not going to take the kick outs, so he's just there to like,
Mhm.
who's that guy I'm on? Cool, I'm just going to stop that guy getting goals.
That's right.
man. That's my
get
job.
paid for stopping and getting goals.
Yeah.
He might have been my golden tip from last week. I can't remember what I said though.
Oh, you did too.
He's going to have a wicked game and keep Harry to something, but maybe I said 2. but maybe it was one, so I might have missed out. But I think I'd love to see that again.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I was surprised with a golden tip of Harry Edwards.
Yeah. You did too.
Yeah.
No, you did.
So I'd love to see what it actually said. And Spew and I haven't got that now.
Yeah, you
but
did. Yeah, it was definitely Harry Edwards. You said you don't normally do backman.
Yeah.
We don't know.
You were like,
teabag.
holy
I was
shit, I like it.
let's go left field. And yeah, it might have been one goal. So
yeah, but it might have been one. But
might have been one, but that was okay.
oh, here's one. Noah Long. I didn't see him the whole game. I saw him maybe do one wicked handball over the top of himself, but
Yeah.
from
the
what I
first
remember, that
quarter.
was it. And then I was like, man, the dude's got to start imposing himself in the games because we all can see that he's got some talent there, but he's really quiet, man. What do we do with him? Do we just keep persisting? Because we can all see him. We all want him to succeed. He's like this little baby that we want to nurture and just like, hey, you're such a little cute baby, Noah Long. you know,
Yeah,
but-
yeah, he's a little kid.
and you can see he's got some skills.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. It was a quiet game. Definitely a quiet game.
I don't know. You got to keep persisting, I think.
I mean,
But how many times can you be doing fuck all in a game? And
I mean, look, we'll give him. You got to give him a couple more games at
I know.
least. But if he keeps going like this,
I know.
maybe it's like, well, maybe just back to the waffle, get your confidence up, go get the ball, and
yeah,
go beat up on some people in the waffle. And
I think
then-
so.
Yeah, and then maybe bring it back in. Yeah.
Well, it comes to that time because it's our favourite segment of the show.
It
is Petrol Watch.
Sky-high petrol prices.
Petrol prices are turning the tide.
Now, Fuel Watch. Perth's petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
Oh, the petrol prices are going down or up, however you want to look at it.
Well, he was a late.
look,
He was a late.
We haven't
in.
seen petrol in a while.
Oh no, he wasn't late in, but he's not been seen in a while, and he was made the sub.
Came on and actually fucking kicked a goal, and I was like, what's going on here?
Came on, took a mark, kicked the goal, and he did fuck all.
Then we never saw him again. So
He took one other mark, and I think, and had a couple more kicks. Like
2 kicks, 1 handball.
And a
that
goal.
was it. Yeah, he came. I don't know when he just came on. Did he come on end of third quarter? Possibly towards
hover over the little shirt. And
little
it should tell
shirt.
you.
Started as the
Oh no, then the
sub.
other thing next to him.
On in quarter 3 for Williams.
There you
Okay.
go. So he came on in the third quarter, and he kicked a goal in that quarter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Was it that?
Yeah, early.
Yeah,
Must
it was
have
that
been
quarter. Yeah, when he came on, he kicked a goal.
early. And then I just never saw him because that's what he does. He just disappears.
He comes on.
He's
does-
like Houdini,
he's
mate.
like fuck- yeah,
he's that
fucking
quick.
Houdini. He comes
you don't
on.
even see him.
Does like,
It runs past the ball.
but here's the thing. He's a player that's come on.
Mm.
It's a hot day in Brisbane. It was like 90% humidity. He's fresh.
You want him to make an impact, yeah.
You want to make an impact. He came on. He took a mark, but like, yeah, everyone's like, oh, he took a mark and got a goal. He just happened to be the person on the end of a chain after a turnover or however we got the ball. A couple of passes down the wing. He just happened to be the guy that was opening the pocket.
That's right.
Chipped the ball to him, took the mark. Now, it was a good goal because that was his first kick.
Yep.
So, you know, he's not played in this year and he didn't play the last couple of games of last year, season, whatever. So it's his first kick. Slotted it nicely. It's like, okay, all right, that's good. But then that was it. So, fucking, you're the sub. Come on and do something. Like, the young kid from Sydney, Riley Bice or whatever his name is, first year rookie, picked
Riley
up in the
Bice,
draft.
yeah.
Bice. Came on as their sub in one of their games in quarter 4 and had like 9 touches and 52 Supercoach points, like in 15 minutes. Like, and that's a rookie. This is a guy that's been playing 5 seasons. Like,
Yeah, he's had enough time, man.
fucking
Had enough time.
get in the game, do something. Like, we're critical of Petrol totally. That's why we have our Petrol Watch segment because it's always great. In honesty, he could never be picked again, and it would, it would, you know, it wouldn't blow any wind up my skirt. I just wouldn't care.
I like that. I wouldn't blow any wind off my skirt. Okay, cool. So you're wearing skirts? Up
No,
in
I'm
here?
just,
Nah, I'm joking.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like it does. It's an old school saying, that one. It's just that I could not give a crap. Like,
Yeah.
he just
Why
in my
they
mind-
give it? I mean, that's got to be his last opportunity. I mean, I don't know.
in my mind, everyone else.
Give Grego a go, or fucking. There's a couple of guys, Luca Grego,
Yep.
and some other young dude. I can't remember.
There's some other guy. It starts with I think it's
I know.
AH or it's HA or something. It's not Hutchinson, but it's like
We should know our stuff, but we don't.
no, I've not checked it lately. But like,
Give them a fucking go at the sub vest. Like
Yeah.
petrol. Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I just like, yeah, I just don't. he just doesn't bring anything to the game with him anymore. Like, you look at all those small forwards, even when Petrocelli was in the game and he was playing, all of our other small forwards, your Cripps, your Ryans, all that stuff, were doing better than him anyway.
That's right, yeah.
Like, Hutchinson's now come out as a wing player, although he's done his hammy, but Jewell looks good in that role.
Yep.
Yeah, Hewitt can play on the wing. You've got always has been playing up and down one. You know, he's laying 8 tackles a game. I think all those guys have gone ahead of Petrol. He's not going to be in the engine room because you've brought in your Grahams, your Bakers, we've got Reed and Kelly in there. And
There's no room for him, mate.
Yo's going to come back, and we've got Jimby's gone back to the defence now, and he's way better in there. With like, who's he pushing out that he's better than? Like, in my mind, it's no one. So
that's why we got to give the other guys a go. The Gregos, whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah. So in my mind, look, he got a game this week. But again, he came in. So Flynn was dropped, and just dropped. And Williams came in, so that's a like-for-like swap. Hutchinson was injured. Who came? Was it Petrol that came in for Hutchinson? And
Yeah,
then
he would've.
And then Hall was laid in for Graham.
That's right, yeah.
So what they're saying is that Hutchinson and Petrocelli are battling for that spot. But then he came in, he didn't even get a starting spot. He was the sub. So they put Jura in that role, and look how good he did. So, yeah.
Good call, man.
If coming to the next week, depending on Hutchinson's out for like 3 weeks or something. He's got a hammy, so
don't put Petrol back in the vest. Put the other guy in. It's a fucking derby, and they're home. Put the new guys in.
Well,
give them an experience. Give them exposure with a great crowd.
Should be hopefully back.
My Bowie. If he's been crook out, surely that's what the only reason is.
If he's back, Petrol's out.
Well, I hope they don't put the vest on Bo. I want him to play.
Look, he might, only because like he was apparently quite sick. Apparently he was like full on gastro. Apparently he lost like 6 kilos or something. Like he was a bad.
So they might only want him to play a quarter. Yeah.
That was the reason why he didn't play. Everyone was like, "Oh, Allen's over his sickness." You know, he did play a few minutes in the waffle, but the reason is because he lost all that weight. It's a long trip to Brisbane, then a long fucking trip back, and then you're gonna play the Dockers. Like, let's not bust his body up. We'll just give him a couple of runarounds in the waffle.
Yep.
Keep him here in WA. So I wouldn't be unless he, I don't know, kills himself during the week he's playing.
No, he'll be playing for sure.
Yeah.
Petrol gone.
Yeah, get rid of Petrol. So that's the rundown of the game.
Well done.
That was a long rundown.
That was you, man.
But there was
well
lots
done.
to talk about.
Well done. But it is time for another segment we like to call. It's time for the Dickhead Social Media Comment of the Week. There we go. There, that's right. The Dickhead Social Media Comment. But first of all, this is not a Dickhead Comment social media. I've got to shout out Adam James. I don't know if he'll follow. He might have followed us, but I said I'll shout him out because he was just in a good little social media conversation with me, and he just brought up some really, really good points. I said, mate, I'm going to give you a shout out on the
I like a good shout out,
so,
and if it's positive,
that was very positive.
We won't shout out.
He knew his stuff, and he was just like bang, 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 and I was like, so if he has joined, Adam, well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Adam.
I loved that. But I got called a turd burger.
Turd burger, that's a new one, Doggo.
Well, that's because I was calling everyone else a turd burger. So, I was calling Bailey Williams a turd burger, and
so someone's response was,
he goes, "No, you're a turd burger." I'm like,
wow,
sweet.
So that's either a 12-year-old kid or an 80-year-old grandpa.
Well, I mean, I'm saying the word turd burger is pretty fucking kiddish as well. But he said, yeah, that's his ultimate Pete. He goes, "You're the turd burger," and I was like, "Whoa, burn!" I was like,
"Damn."
Anyway,
you must feel so bad.
Yeah, a lot of people just backing Williams, saying he's the greatest thing of all time, and I just started,
Yeah, that was my one. A lot of people are out there and they're like, "Oh, where are all the Williams haters now?" And it took all my energy not to reply. I wanted to, but it took all my energy to reply. Where are the Williams haters?
I did a couple of times, yeah.
And it's like, I just like, are you watching the same fucking game I am? Like, and the other one was like...
That's what I thought. I might have missed something with Williams because I wasn't paying 100% attention.
Look, as I said, his ruck work was fine, but it's not... I don't think it was any worse. I don't think like... he only got 4 possessions, didn't kick a goal. Flynn last week got like 12, 13 possessions, something like that, and kicked a goal. Got 84
decent marks,
he did some good things. Yes, he got towed up in the ruck, but that was like a good ruckman. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Williams didn't come in and it was like, oh my God. Like, you can just see the ultimate difference between him and Flynn. Like, he just came in and just did a few things. Well, yeah. But anyway, but like, and the other comment I saw is, it was about fucking Simo, when people are like, oh, how is it now that we've gotten rid of Simo? clearly wasn't the problem. And it's like, look, there was nothing wrong with Simbo,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like he'd gotten to a stage where like he could take this group as far as it was. His game plan was done. We needed fresh blood. We needed new things to come in and a new game plan, something different. And we've been seeing it. Like I've been enjoying what we've seen so far. Even though the loss to Gold Coast was shit, you could see a bit of it. You saw more of it this week, and it was great. Now we're able to do is just sustain it for 4 quarters and keep doing it, and we'll be on the way up again in no time.
It's exciting, man. I'm enjoying it.
That was that was the 2 comments I remembered.
Oh, fuck it. Simo's gone now. He was around for 10 years. We needed a change.
Yep. And
Fresh breath air.
look, he
Breath
won us a
of fresh
premiership.
air.
Not many coaches don't do that. Like
True.
any Dockers coach ever.
Whoa, hang on.
Oh,
Oh, perfect
when
timing.
did you put that in?
That's always been there, brother. That's always been there. I looked at it just now and you just did a wicked one, so I had to punch it.
We've never used. Okay, well, it's good to know it's there because I can hit that
Yes.
too now. Excellent. Thank you for that.
That's cool, man. Wow, what a rundown. What a rundown of the match.
A long rundown.
A
Sorry,
45-minute rundown.
but it needed to be done.
But that's
it
what
was
we
a
do. We
good-
focus on
It
them.
was a good game. That's why we had to do
yeah,
a
it
rundown.
was good. There was
It
plenty to talk about.
Plenty to focus on, not just we lost by 100 again next game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's
tears.
Good, it's good.
A lot of tears and beers. Look, we're not even going to really go for team stats. That's fine. 19 points, great effort. We don't really know what our golden tips were. I was maybe closer, you said. And to be honest, my great tip on Harry Edwards. I
think mine was Allen and 5 goals or something because I said
Yeah.
he'll get a handful, but we'll still lose by 9.
And
Something like that. And we put it up on the stream, but I don't know if anyone had replied to it.
No, not yet. We haven't got
Not
enough
yet.
followers because we lost all 700.
Yes, and obviously this show is still not live, but in 2
We had like 700 to 800 followers. They're all gone.
Yeah, well, more than that.
Sad.
It was getting up there, but but we will be back live in
Maybe next week.
maybe next week. Regulations, got to wait.
Hopefully get some
but
new faces in there.
Yeah.
So as we move on to the Supercoach,
Oh yes.
you got a nice win. Robbo got a win over me.
Yeah, Robbo beat you.
You only won by a little bit, didn't
I
you?
only won by 25. I was a little bit
Yeah.
worried because a few of my so-called primos are just not really performing. Sheezel didn't do that great. Will Day got tagged again.
Yeah, he fucked me. He was my difference against Rob, I guess, but it was Will Day and Gorn and
But Doggo, your biggest mistake is you don't have McRae.
I know
How
that.
have you not?
I missed that one for sure.
He
but-
was the first selected player. I opened up Supercoach at the start of the year, and I went forward line McRae because
I didn't even know he got traded until you guys all started talking about him. So there you go.
there was a saying in
He was a
the
Bullies player, right?
he was a Bulldogs player, but there was a saying in the like the fan footy community, and they call it getting bevoed. Because Luke Beveridge was just playing players out of position. Like McRae was starting sub. Caleb Daniel went back to the fucking to the VFL and
that's
all that
right.
stuff. Like he was playing players just in weird ass positions, and so it's like, watch out, this player might get like. You still get talked about now. It's like, everyone's like, I might pick Riley Sanders, but he might get bevoed because Luke Beveridge just does weird ass shit. And he's always a pure midfielder. The guy used to rack up possessions for fun. He's gone to St Kilda where their only other real biggie midfielder is Jack Steele, who's a bit older now. McRae and Marshall's a great ruckman at St Kilda, so it's like, there you go, McRae. And he's just fucking getting so
Killing
much
it.
ball. So
He hasn't got from Price until the next round, right? So
yeah, so
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna get him.
bring him
You've
in.
got to bring him in.
You're going to bring in a lot of money too. So
Yeah.
no, that's all good, mate. He's coming in. I'll join probably 100% of the rest of the super coaches out there. We'll probably have him. So
Everyone will have him. And you're not winning Supercoach anyway.
it's kind of sucks, trading in someone who's 90% of it. Everyone's got him. But
Yeah.
I'll do it because I have to.
Yeah, I'm still overall not doing great because I had a shit start. And I mean, last year I was in the top 2,000. This year I'm
That's good.
in the top 100,000 because I'm in just my
But the
players just doing
differential has
shit.
to be fuck all though, surely in the early couple of rounds,
The guy that won Supercoach last year, after round 2, he said he was ranked 66,000.
There you go. So yeah.
It all means nothing
Yeah.
because all you do is do the
So
right trades, the
close.
right players, and then off you go. And a lot of it comes down to captain.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
yeah.
that first week, I picked Neil as captain, and he got tagged, and he scored 40 points. And I was going to do Jerry, who scored 140.
Yeah,
there's-
so that's interesting. So
There's a,
yeah.
there is a 200-point swing right there. Had I picked Jerry like I planned to, I'd be in the top 20,000 by now. So like that can make a big difference.
Yeah. And going in, I was trying to catch Rob the whole time. And I was like, fuck, I've got no Brisbane midfielders or anything. They always smash us. He's got obviously
Neil
as a captain. He's like, he's just going to dominate. So I was like, fuck this. And I ended up trading out the Freo good defender, what's his name? I forgot his name. He's fucking Ryan or something.
Oh, yeah, look, Ryan, yeah.
Traded him out and brought in fucking Zorks. Just like, fuck this, put a C on him.
Oh, well, he
Yeah, and it
scored
worked
more than
well.
me. Oh, yeah, it worked, yeah.
And that was my Hail Mary to try and, beat him. But
Gee, that's a scary move, though, because normally there's a golden rule. You don't trade primos unless they're injured.
yeah, I switched him. I just went straight switch just to try and see
Try
if
and
it
chase
would
the
happen.
win.
Yeah.
Hey, you never
But
know.
Zork, I love Zorks anyway. He's always pulling out.
Oh, look,
and he was
he's-
cheaper than fucking Ryan, so I've gained a little bit of cash.
Oh, that's all right. That's not too bad then, I guess. Yeah. And it's early days, so you can do little things like
That's
that.
right. He was my only trade.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the super coach.
Supercoach done and dusted. Time for the next game against the
This
locals.
is the one we're waiting for.
Look, we can win it if we play like that.
Can we do
100%.
a repeat of last year?
$4 we're paying. $4.
You know what?
$1.26.
That's not bad. The first game we were 10.
Mm,
And the last game we were 12.
okay.
Now we're $4.
Actually, I
against
thought
a-
it was $13.
we
Robbo
were
said
a
we were
lot.
paying. He said they were
Betfair.
paying.
Betfair. That's
$1 billion.
Betfair. Betfair's.
Why isn't everyone on Betfair? Fuck TAB.
For those wanting to
Why are the
gamble, Betfair.
odds?
I don't
Guys,
know.
this
it's
podcast
weird.
is brought to you by Betfair.
No, it's
the
Dan
odds are 1 billion times better.
And Dan Murphy's. We should get some,
Yeah,
get some
that's
banners
right.
up behind us, man.
Yeah.
No.
That's insane.
Yeah, look, $4. Look, Dockers, I mean, they've been touted as, a
Yeah, I know.
final
They're
side,
starting to crumble.
top 4 side.
They're crumbling.
I
They're
have
feeling
tipped
the
against
pressure.
them both weeks so far,
Mhm.
and I've been rewarding my tipping because
Same.
I just do not believe in them. Like, they do this every year. They're a top 4 side. We're really great. Fucking nope. Like,
Nope.
the first week, their rookie scored 4 goals, and that's the only reason they were even close to
Mm.
Geelong, which wasn't close because they got belted by 90 points. And then last week, it was Tracy, who kicked 4 or 5, I think. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But, they only scored 60-something points, and he's got half their points. They're relying on one person each week to score their points.
Okay.
And
Midfielders and Shy Bolton.
nothing.
What's he been doing?
He was injured first week,
Yeah.
and he did nothing last week. It's his first week game.
This was his first week game?
This was his first
Okay,
game
okay.
this week.
He
It's his
didn't do
first
much.
week back from injury, so you give him
Yeah.
time. But we know who Hoffy's going to.
Oh, yes, that'd be wicked, hey. But he's going to play midfield as well, so.
He will, but when he's forward, Hoffy's going to be on him.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Now, when we played Richmond last year, he still kicked, because we
Yeah?
won that game,
Oh,
he still kicked 3 goals because he was with Richmond last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
He still kicked 3 goals, but Hoffy didn't let him do much else beside those 3 goals.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, okay.
we know Hoffy's going to be on him. I don't know if Walters is playing, but honestly, I don't care. I don't rate Walters at all. He's done and dusted.
Definitely more than 1 foot out the door, mate. For
Oh,
sure.
I don't know why he's still in the door. Like,
He's there for maybe 1 billion injuries, and he'll come in.
he's there like Fifey, where it's like, shit, if we're going to win a premiership, maybe those guys deserve one. We'll keep him
Yeah,
in
that's
for a
what it
season.
feels like.
That's what
eh?
it feels like.
Mm.
So
And then you'll see Pavlich run out in the field and give him a big kiss. Like, that's what will happen. If they ever do. No, that's what will happen. But they're there for that good feel reason, yeah. They're just backup players in case massive injuries in the middle.
yeah. So they don't have Darcy. He's still injured.
Interesting. That's good. So okay. So who's their second ruttman, or it's just been doing?
Well, they did Jacksman and their new kid Reedy in the first week, but they
Oh.
dropped Reedy and just rucked Jacksman solo ruck with pinch hitting by whoever else.
Oh, okay. That's
So-
good for us then.
So that could be interesting.
Mm.
Like,
Depends who
yeah.
we bring back, I guess. But
yeah. But like, Dockers have always been a team where they don't score much. They're not a big scoring team, and like they always talk about how they change their game plans. I've already seen it in their second game, so I watched their game yesterday. They get the ball and it's just a little chip play, but they're not. It's their same plan,
okay.
same game plan. So so the good thing is that they're probably not going to kick 140 points against us. So it gives us a chance,
100%, man. Where there's a will, there's a way. They're shit.
like
We're getting better.
I mean, if we play like we did last week and just bring that same pressure,
Yeah.
and let's face it, it's a derby. It's always going to be the ratings go up for everybody. So, in this game last year, this was his breakout game last year when he scored 3 goals, 25 possessions.
Well, we played twice last year. I remember we
but
lost
it was the
second time.
but the first time we
First
played
game
him,
was
because
fucking
between
unreal.
him and Yo for the
Yeah.
medal as best on ground.
Yeah.
It was a breakout game for Reid. 25 touches, 3 goals. I remember that game. He could
Mm.
real nice pack mark. He was on fire. So
Where's Yowie these days? You mentioned Yowie. Far off. I haven't looked at the injury report.
a couple of weeks, I think.
Hopefully back soon. He'll just help massively in that midfield.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah. So I think Allen will come in.
Yeah, can't wait to see Bo Allen. It's going to be
Oh,
exciting.
I want to bring in Bo Allen.
and the ruck, Oh, Bailey's probably fucked now, so you'd have to bring Flynn back.
If
If
Bailey's
he's still injured, yeah.
well, Bailey's
Or
not
if
injured.
it's
He just had cramps.
Yeah.
But I would like to see Flynn back in.
Yeah, so would I.
really would. Give him another crack.
Yeah.
Depending on how Reed is, like because Reed was cramping bad and he's only a young kid, so if he is a little bit injured, then I think keep Flynn and Williams. I'm happy with that.
What about Jack? Get a game? Where is he at? They must have him on the outer because I like Jack.
Yeah,
Jack Williams,
I
guys.
think he's.
Where is he?
I think he's probably just behind those guys at the moment.
It'd be nice. Next time I'm going to look up the waffle stats to see how the boys performed as well because I wonder how he's going, Jack Williams, because I don't know. I like him. I think he showed a lot. But
yeah,
getting left right out at the
I mean,
moment.
with Waterman out, you assume Waterman's still going to be out.
You would have thought he'd come in, but
I don't know.
Archer
Because
Reed, they like him. But
yeah, and Waterman's still going to be out, so he
so
probably
if
won't be
Archer
back.
Reed's injured or doesn't pull up, well,
I'd say-
surely Jack Williams comes in then.
I would think so if he's not
Yeah.
injured. Yeah, yeah,
All right, cool. Well, there you go.
yeah.
Anything else?
Whew,
What can you think of?
can't really think of much. Let's just same again. Oh, but before you go ahead and push some little buttons, we've got to do our little golden tips.
100%. A golden
I saw
tip
you reaching
time.
for buttons, doggo.
I was just
You
stretching.
were stretching my ass. You were fucking reaching for buttons like there was
Alright.
no golden tip
Golden tip.
segment.
I won the last one. So, guys, this will be a separate. I'm going to put this on a separate video for the golden tip.
We'll do it as a
Explain the golden tip, Abel.
golden tip. So every week we do this. We need you to pick a margin, win or lose, doesn't matter, but pick a margin and who's going to win, and then a unique stat. So a player's going to get so many possessions or kick so many goals or maybe even tackles. It can be whatever you want. It's just a player, can be any player, and just something random. And if you get it is very hard to get the exact whatever you tip, because obviously picking the exact margin is very tough. But if you get the margin within about, say, 5, 7, 8 points, and so if you tip Eagles by 10 and they win by 6, and you say Allen's going to kick 5 goals and he kicks 4, we'll probably
That's pretty good. Yeah.
we'd give that a win.
Probably
and
would.
if you do get that as a win, you will receive yourself a $30 gift voucher to Dan Murphy's. We have had 3 winners in the past before, so
That's right.
we do it. We're happy to do it.
We thought it would go off way more.
We were actually worried at the start. We were like,
it
damn, we're going to start bleeding
really
some money. And now,
Doesn't, so
but it really doesn't go off as much. So
we thought it'd be a lot easier to actually get
it's
it.
strange
but
because
it is hard.
we do like a bit of a gamble
Yeah.
ourselves. We're like, this would be easy. Just pick them over
Yeah.
the team. But it's like,
I was happy my Harry Edwards tip last week, mate. But
yeah. So anyway, so that's what the golden tip is. So I'll give you an example because I am going to do my golden tip first this week. So I think we can do it this week. I'm going to say we're going to win by a lovely 15 points.
a win and 15 points. Okay, that's
Win and
relatively close game, yeah.
I'm winning 15 points. And we're going to have Cripper
Cripps
with 4 goals and 8 tackles.
back in business for Jamie Cripps.
I think he's gonna do it.
He needs to come back. All right, I like it.
Yeah, that's mine, doggo.
Oh, I like that. So that's going to get me on that track as well of a good comeback. So let's go Eagles by 27 points. Comfortable.
Ooh,
Comfortable.
comfy win.
Just under the 5 goals. And Noah Long finally stamping his ground and going, hey, I'm here. And he's going to hold up the big W for the Western Front. Remember that fucking show?
Yeah, the Western Front.
Basil
I thought
Zemplis?
you said he was going to hold it up because he's listening to our podcast and you give him crap.
Bang. Yeah, big W for winging it. That's what he'll do.
Winging it. When the boy said I was not breaking out.
That's
so,
right.
okay.
Fuck the Western Front. Basil Zemplis and what's his
I
name?
forget. Yeah. So what's he gonna get?
Noah Long. So you said 4 goals.
I said 4.
I like that's a nice number.
It is a nice
Let's go
number.
4.
4 as well. Shit.
Let's go 4
Oh.
for Noah Long. All right, that's sweet.
Yeah. So we'll put that up on the site. Put them in before bounce down, and you're eligible.
$30 voucher. Who doesn't want a $30 voucher to buy a 6-pack of whatever you want?
Maybe so.
Because this episode is brought to you by Sol, the Mexican beer equivalent of a nice Corona. But you don't actually need, like I said, you don't need lemons, guys.
All limes.
Tastes good. It's smooth.
It's great.
Smooth. Made in 1899, just for a bit of trivia.
Good trivia.
All right. Yeah. All right. Until next time, what an episode. Almost 1 hour long, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. The new people, try and tune in because I believe next week we will be live.
If not next week, week after, we'll be back live.
And it'd be great to interact with some of you in the chat, just because we love talking about the Eagles,
Absolutely.
isn't it? All right. Until next time.
Till next week, guys.
Every game day high, we break it down, our voices reaching the sky. Not afraid to tell it like it is on the pod. Eagles in our heart, that's the whole squad. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer. Grab a beer. From the glory days to every game day high, we break it down, our voices reaching the sky. Not afraid to tell it like it is on the pod. Eagles in our heart, that's the whole squad. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer. Grab a beer. Winging it together, grab a beer. Grab a beer. Grab a beer. Eagles tales, the ups and downs we share. Every play remembered like we were there. Mates on a journey through seasons lost and won. Winging it forever till our race is run. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer. Grab a beer.